And with that, the 2024 season comes to an end. Good night.
Hey everybody, it's Luke from Train Guru. Well, that was fast. 2024 is already over. Feels weird, but here we are in 2025. And that will mark the 6-year anniversary of my YouTube channel. Let's go over the highlights real quick. So while 2024 was definitely a little bit of a weird year for my channel, it did start off strong as I posted my 5 years of Train Guru video that seemed to do very well with you guys. I posted some rowing camp content, but then the biggest surprise for me was the Union Pacific 844 and 4014 pushing freight train videos. Because those videos, they did fine on their own, but when I combined both videos into one, they just exploded and they're doing really well right now, which is kind of a shocker. And then I posted some miscellaneous Illinois content and then some Halloween stuff like the Thomas and Percy Dow Thomas event at Rowing Camp and then my Marshall Pass Ghost Train. So there wasn't a lot of content, and I do apologize for that as I was getting ready to go into college. Actually, I'm in college. Go Marquette. But I just didn't have as much time as I would have liked. But there is some good news though. There are going to be some pretty big changes. I'm not going to spoil all of them because some of the changes that I'm announcing are going to go into this big update video. But as for right now, 2024 was a good year. I'll touch on a few things of stuff I will do that's not going to be in this big update video that I'm going to do. So the first thing is that I probably am going to start production on an Engines of Southern Pacific series. Now this is something I've always wanted to do for such a long time, as those kinds of videos, Engines of, have always done pretty well, but I would like to sprinkle the episodes throughout the year when they're finished long before. And the reason why is because I've thought about doing this kind of stuff in more of a seasoned aspect rather than just producing them and then uploading them right after I finish them. It works fine in some ways, but I think having something for the audience to routinely come back to is going to be beneficial. So for that reason, while it is rare that you will see an Engines of Southern Pacific anytime soon, I will start production of it this year. And I won't spoil my first episode, but my first episode will be a very well-known engine in the railroad's roster. The second thing that's going to come up is that I am also going to do videos about the history of train wrecks, which is not an uncommon thing on YouTube, but I'm going to actually produce them under a name instead of just train wrecks. I don't know what the first episode will be, but that will also start production this year. So expect to see an official series come out, and like with Engines of Southern Pacific, I am most likely going to release it in seasons, which means that I'll produce several videos already and then hold on to it, and then I'll announce a schedule for them to keep everyone engaged on that. So again, it's not going to happen soon this year, within the first 4 months, 5 months, but expect to see it at some point this year for my channel, because I really would like to do that kind of content, because I am passionate about exploring these accidents and looking at how many of them have not occurred since. So for me, I view this as teaching you guys why certain things are the way they are. So expect to see a Disaster on the Rails video series sooner than later. The third thing that I'm also going to bring up is that I have a drone now for video shooting, and I've used it a few times. My good friend Milwaukee Road James has used my drone footage in one of his videos on the Soo Line 1003 Santa train. I'll link the video up here for you guys. I am going to use drone footage for my videos, and depending on the event or the video subject matter, I will also be including drone footage as best as I can, because sometimes there aren't places where they are readily available. So drone footage, expect to see it more, and I'll be very excited to try and kind of weave that into my videos. And so the last thing I'm going to bring up is the Q&A. Now, I announced this Q&A back in December. It's going to happen. It's going to happen this month. I was working as an elf on the Holiday Lights train, and so I was fairly busy throughout December. But I did get a few questions patched in this month, so I will be answering those as well. But you will see a Q&A this month. And that big announcement will also come later this month in middle or late January. So keep on the lookout because there's some really exciting stuff that I'm going to announce fairly soon. So thank you for everyone for sticking around, and thank you for a very positive 2024. I do apologize that I wasn't able to get as much stuff out as I would have liked, but I am very thankful that you guys have stuck around. Expect to see more, and stay on the lookout for a big announcement in the future, and the Q&A will also be released in due time. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.